Dear students, the next one important equation for 9th standard from the motion chapter. You know already that is the equations of motion. We derived by using the basic ideas like acceleration concept and the displacement concept and the average velocity concept. The same equation we are going to derive in different way by using the graph. That is the special of this question. So, by using the graph we have to derive means it is a great chance to understand about the graph. So then only we are going to derive the new equation even by using the graph. So let's see how it is possible. Okay. So by using the graph we are going to do the equations of motion. So the special name we called as that is the equations of motion by graphical method. By graphical method, we are going to discuss equations of motion. Equations of motion by graphical method. So once again, I remember the equations of motion. We know very well that is V is equal to U plus AT, then S equal to UT plus half AT square, and third one V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. If you observe these three equations, one equation some special is there. Say for example here matter role, one is velocity and another one is time, then another one is position. So this first equation, there is a relationship between velocity and time. This is first equation. Velocity time relation means that is V equal to AT, that is V. Then the second equation, the relationship between position and time. So that is second equation. Okay. Then the third equation, the relationship between position and velocity. That is the speciality of third equation. So now let's derive one by one by using the graphical method. Okay. We know very well about the graph because we discussed the different types of graph, velocity, time graph like that. So in this situation we need initial velocity also, that is u, final velocity also, acceleration, then displacement, time, everything. Say for example, if you take one straight line graph, here time, here velocity, we can see everything here. Okay. So let's take one graph. It should be mention all the things. U, V, A, T and S, everything. So that is acceleration. The uniform acceleration graph is convenient for it. Okay. So now I can take uniform acceleration graph. So see this graph here. I can draw here. Okay, better here. Listen. Please listen, students. Here actually it is the time factor. This is the time factor. Then in the x-axis, velocity. Velocity in meter per second. Time in seconds. So now the uniform velocity graph, uniform acceleration graph, but initial velocity not zero. So you know that graph already. See that. This is the velocity variation. So This is the graph. Listen here. If you observe this graph to here, okay. So just I mentioned this point is initial velocity u. Then here I can mention this is the final velocity v. Okay. So this point is a. Then here this point is b. Okay. So up to here there is no zero velocity. I mean here initial velocity is not zero. There is a v. Okay. Right. Then as well as you know that this is like uniform. Some uniformity is there. So this slope must give uniform acceleration. So now let's say I'm going to take slope. Okay. See that now I'm going to take slope here. So this point I can mention as that is C. Okay. So now you know very well. So our convenient I can join here. So this is you know O. So O2 this is like D. So this O2D is like time factor, that is T. Okay, so from the graph OD is equal to time. Not only OD, then AC also time. So we can write AC also time. Then OA, O to A, that is initial velocity. I mean O to A is nothing but U. Okay? So O to A is nothing but initial velocity. Like the O to V. So already D is there, so I can mention the point here E. So O to E is, that is final velocity. O to E is final velocity. Please listen. O to A is initial velocity. Like that O to E is final velocity. Okay. So now I know up to here initial velocity. Up to here final velocity. Then what about this value? Here initial velocity. Up to here final velocity. Then what about here? That is BC. So BC, I need BC. What will do? BD minus DC. Okay, so I need this part alone. This part alone. So BC is nothing but what? From BD subtract CD value. So BC is equal to BD. What about BD? It is like B. BD is equal to what? BD is equal to what? That is B. Okay? So BD is equal to, that is OE. OE is nothing but what? V minus CD. CD is here. CD is nothing but what? OA. OA means what? U. So this gap we can say that is V minus U. Understood? This full value V, up to here U, then here V minus U. That's all. The graph work. Now from this graph we are going to discuss, that is our first derivation. So we know very well in the first derivation it is based on the first part of the graph. The first part, you know that actually here A, B only is actual graph. Remaining dotted lines is imaginary. We created. So let's take the slope value only. So let's take the slope. So see the slope. For where slope? A, B, C. A, B, C. That is, this what? BC divided by AC. BC is nothing but what? B minus C. Then AC is nothing but what? T. So B minus C is nothing but change in velocity. So we derived in reverse way. So change in velocity divided by time is nothing but this acceleration. Therefore acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Therefore acceleration into time v minus u. Therefore b is equal to minus u moving this side plus u. So u plus ut. That's all. Equation 1 over. Very simple. Just you found only the slope from the graph. So that second equation. So there is S is equal to ut plus half at square. You know that the second equation, there is a relationship between position and time. Okay. So how we know that position? So then how to find this position from this graph? You know the previous equation we found based on the acceleration we found, because we took the slope, we can get the acceleration. But we need position, then what we do? Very simple. Just you multiply x-axis value with y-axis. Very simple. So whenever you multiply any graph, that is equal to area. Say for example, let us take one. Okay. So if you observe that here, it is a length, it is a breadth. So length into breadth is nothing but area. Like that, in this structure, we should multiply x-axis and y-axis value. If you multiply, you can get position only. How? Very simple. See that in x-axis what actually unit? X-axis unit is second. X-axis unit is second into y-axis unit what? Meter per second. Meter per second. Second cancel. So what is remaining? Meter. Meter means what? Position. Okay, so you should multiple. So multiple is nothing but that is you should find the area of the graph where under this slope. Okay, so under this slope you should find the area. Okay, let's find now. See that very simple. Okay, see that one like one more time. The same graph only. Okay, very simple. That's all. This is the area. So this area only you are going to form. Okay. Okay. But if you observe that this is the structure of trapezium. I remember that trapezium. See that this is a trapezium. It is the height of the trapezium. It is a length. It is B length, the base length. So top length is the height is h. You know that the area of the trapezium formula. Okay, the area of the trapezium you know that is half into a plus b into h. That's all. The same thing only you should follow in this graph. Okay. Right. Then how to find? Let's see that. So here is this diagram. Okay. So the area of the trapezium, area of the area of the trapezium is equal to position here. How? Because already you know x-axis value second, y-axis value meter per second, second cancel, so it should be meter. Meter is nothing but position. So that is yes, position. So directly you should apply the formula here. Half into a plus b into h. That is s is equal to half into, here a is nothing but the small limit. This is small limit. So small limit is what? Actually it is what? that is u, plus v is the very big length. Okay, so that is, the total length is what? Actually here, up to here u, up to here v. So v into height, it is a height. In between a and b is the height. So this is a, this is b. So the in between, this is the height. The time is the height. So p is the height. Okay, right. So we can say that S is equal to half into u plus v value. We know already v equal to u plus at. Therefore v is equal to, so we know already v is equal to u plus at formula. From this formula we can apply here. So instead of this v, we can write u plus at. U plus at into t. Therefore S is equal to half into u plus u, 2u plus at into t. Therefore S is equal to half into multiple t inside. So 2ut plus at square. I multiple here and here. Okay, so therefore this 1 by 2 is common for both. So we can multiply inside. So S is equal to 2ut divided by 2 plus at square 1 by 2 into at square by 2. Here again 2 will be cancelled. So I can write S is equal to ut plus half at square. The same thing only. Okay. So the equation 2 is derived. Very simple. We found only the area of the graph. The area of the graph is equal to position. So the position formula only we required, that is S equal to ut plus half a. Third equation, p square equal to u square plus 2as. You know that the third equation, there is a relationship between velocity and position. Okay, let's we follow the same method from trapezium. Okay, listen. So that trapezium idea, that is the area of the trapezium, that is S is equal to half into a plus b into height. So now S is equal to half into a is the smallest length, that is the u, b is the biggest length, that is b, into h is the distance between a and b. This is a line and b line distance is, that is the height. So we call it as there is t here. Okay, but we know that equations of motion 1. So this is taken as equation 1 from v equal to u plus at. You can write the t value. We know that v minus u is equal to at. Therefore t is equal to v minus u divided by u. So this is taken as equation number 2. This is simple. So you know acceleration equal to change in velocity divided by time. Okay, so you know that acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Therefore time t go by a. So t is equal to v minus 2 divided by a. That will be here. Okay, so I need time factor for that only extra. So now these two values, that is equation number 2, applied in equation number 1. Therefore equation number 1 becomes S equal to half into u plus v into t. T value what? V minus u divided by a. Therefore S equal to, see the 2 into a, 2a. Okay, I'll take one more step. So u plus v or v plus u, anything right? Then v minus u divided by 2u. Okay. Now this 2a is multiplied here. You can write as 2as. So 2as equal to actually v plus u into v minus u. That is, we can write v square minus u square. This is like a plus b into a minus b. You know that formula? A plus b into a minus b, that is equal to a square minus b square. So like that I can write b plus u into b minus u. So that is equal to b square minus u square. Okay, so that only I wrote. Therefore, b square equal to minus u square, move this side, plus u square. U square plus 2as. Okay, so the same equation, b square equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, students, so now we know how to derive the equations of motion by using the graphical method. So first equation, idea, that equation there is a relationship between velocity and time graph. So by using the slope method we found. Then second equation, there is a relationship between position and time by using the area of the trapezium. Okay, or area of the under the slope, we can get the position. Okay, that is the second equation. And third equation, there is a relationship between position and velocity. Same idea from the trapezium, but we substitute the time factor, then we can get final result. Okay.